Yu-Gi-Oh! Mint.com is now TradingCardMint.com. Please check out their selection of over 20,000 cards with prices cheaper than TCG Player.
Alright, what is up YouTube inquiry? We're going to be doing a little deck preview for set 5 for Nubatama. Most recent list out of the OCG, we went ahead, we net decked it, we started testing, and this is what we've paper rarityed so far, essentially. Austin over here loves this deck so much, and it's pretty cheesy what it actually can do. So guys, as per usual, check out our friends at TradingCardMint.com down below. Enter MCL40 on checkout. Save a little bit on your purchase. Austin, do you want to say hi?
Hi.
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 Alright, so the cancer of premium continues to evolve. This deck basically is going to be hindering your opponent the whole game. Your continuous Vanguard skill at the end of the turn or when he's rode. It's important to know when he's rode. You force your opponent down to 6 cards. And then if you've got a grade 3 in the soul, your opponent has 4 cards in hand. So basically you're forcing your opponent to constantly make bad moves. And if you're not careful, you'll get blown out of the water by an ever so looming call 2 and just get struck down by multiple crits. So we play 3 copies of the broken grade 3 that bypasses the mechanics of the game of Vanguard and does things. Also, on-ride protect marker, lol. Nothing too extraordinary outside of that, just the fact that continuous punishing the opponent's pretty good. Now, Austin's currently testing 3 of this.
It's actually supposed to be 4.
He wants to test 4.
We don't have the 4th one, so it's 3 right now.
I mean, this looks really nice. So,
I know.
So I'm playing currently 3 copies of this. We want to test 4, for all intents and purposes, though. But this guy gives you the ability to retire 2 when your opponent's Vanguard swings at your Vanguard to perfect guard the attack. Outside of that,
It's next skill will never come up.
yeah,
You're never gonna. I mean, maybe turn 1, or if you ride a grade 3 first,
if you have a grade 3 in the soul for that though, but like that's not gonna come up.
That's never gonna come up. Basically, it's just to get you the protection for the turn, and then next turn ride.
Yep.
Donkey punch over there.
But it makes sense because getting a free
Perfect guard.
Yeah, it's so good.
And you get a protect marker too.
It's really funny because this deck is like super defensive, yet it's so offensive at the same time. Like, it's pretty interesting. Like, very dangerous, by the way. 1 copy of just extra draw power, extra calls. It's not too bad. For
this one it takes from the drop zone, which is really good.
Yeah.
It's not donkey.
But still.
Plus, I like playing a $500 card. Because it's
such a loser.
Super shiny.
Such a loser. And then 2 copies of this broken card.
It's actually really good.
So on the turn it's placed, your opponent cannot intercept, and this guy gets 3k. So he's a 15k body. And at the end of the battle, it attack costs +1. Choose one of you or your opponent's rear guards and force it back to the hand. So you get a free bounce on either side of the field. While it does take a counterblast, that does not hinder you in the least.
You also, if you go through your drive checks and then get a stride fodder, you have guaranteed stride fodder for the next turn because it can bounce itself back to the hand.
Yep.
So.
Pretty cute, actually.
Queen.
Alright, so. Grade 2s. We play 3 copies of the bear.
New bear.
So, new bear, what is it, 4?
He is a clone of the grade 1, except without the restriction. So Soul Blast 1, your opponent chooses a card, bounces it back to their hand, then discards 1. Then if your opponent has 4 or less cards in their hand, he gains plus 5k power.
Yeah, he's just an aggressor. Like, thank you, aggression. So good. And then the thing that just sets this deck over the top, these were a mistake. They gave 12k bases. So the before everything was said and going in this deck, we were playing 10k vanillas. That way we could be more defensive, per se. And then we roll around the corner here with the release of the new stuff, and all of a sudden, we've got 12k bodies. You know what that means?
Defense!
extra defense value. Also, you can just drop these on the table and just not care. I mean, it doesn't matter that they don't have shield value, because the defensive value that you get on that first turn is far superior to anything else. I can't believe I'm saying that 12k bases are a mistake. I'll play 4 copies of this man's. So, tell me about this card, Austin. Why do you like this so much?
Last one, draw one. That's basically all it's there for. It combos well with the grade 1 in the deck. Because Counterblast, like when you ride that or you call it on your first turn, plus grade 1 equals free. So you're essentially in the deck getting a free draw. Then if it's on rear guard, you get a bounce a card back to your hand.
And it tucks itself back into the soul, so it's essentially free.
So, I mean, in Soul right now, there hasn't been a problem. I also haven't got to ride the grade 3 that uses the Soul, so that's probably why.
I mean, we also don't play the Crow anymore, so...
Yeah, so, I mean, this fuels Soul for that Magatsu Protect. That's about it. And it bounces another card back to your hand, which is good, too. That way, you can throw out a board against, like, Ange, and then you have nothing on your board, so it's like they're not going to get the draw, they only get the grade 3 search. So, I mean, you limit what they get, because you can clear your own board.
It's kind of funny that they made this deck so defense-based. Like, And then we have one MVP card.
Yeah, it went down to 1. I like it. It's really funny. We had a weird interaction where those new crits say that as long as you're GB1 and your Vanguard attacks, you can shove those crits and then make your opponent's Vanguard like 30-some and draw 2 cards before you drive check. And then you drop that guy and put it back down to 11. So, that's basically all it's there for. The Dominate skill really never comes up, because it's never on the board before you dominate.
Yeah, that's fair, and there's no point to ever do that. You're just using this to blank your opponent down to 11k.
Yep.
Like...
For 13k base, getting them down to 11 is not bad, because most of your numbers are going to be hitting the 16 range, so... Which you got to be careful.
It's like we made good defense cards. Alright. We play 4 copies of this lad. He's on place on rearguard.
Yeah, rearguard, he's your combo with the grade 2. That's why it's free. Because if you have that plus the grade 2, so you counterblast your 1 damage usually. And it's 1 or less, so it's not really that bad.
And then discard a card.
Yeah, you get a discard card, it gets 3k, and then you draw a card and countercharge 1. So basically it's just more draw, or like more cycle, and then just free stuff. And then you can, if you have another grade 2, you drop down another grade 2.
So we play 4 copies of the Frog now.
Yeah, 6k is really good, plus the draw is really good before the Vanguard swings. So it's really good.
2 copies of Stride Fodders.
Yep. I guess they just play 2, I don't know. I like it.
You play 10 grade 3s, like, I understand it.
Yeah, and I also play Obero if I want to find it. So.
And then 1 copy of this guy.
Yeah, we, I don't order it for $1, but we now have 5. But that card's really good because you can, so you ride the grade 3, and you put your opponent to 4 cards in hand. You then call this, counterblast 1, put it in the soul, make your opponent go down to 3 cards because the card that we randomly choose gets bound. So then you basically are going to rend them with 3 cards in their hand.
Yep.
So they're not going to... And then at that point, you should be able to just win because you have early game aggression and you keep recycling your cards.
Triggers are pretty interesting. We have 6 draw triggers.
Yep. You still need to see a lot of your pieces. And you still need to be on the defense because you're a 12k base. You're not really focused on Protect 2. Because Protect 2 in this deck's just not really good.
6 crits.
I like aggro.
3 and 1 counter charge.
Yep, just in case you need the random counter charge or the soul charge isn't bad either. So that's kind of in the air.
And your draw 1 starter.
That's not a hero.
Alright, G's on here.
Alright.
Alright, so we play the 1 copy of Mr. Progenitor Dragon.
This card's really good against Blaster, I heard.
We play 4 copies of Mr. Dominate guy.
Yeah, you cannot not play 4 of that.
I mean, it's literally if you fail to kill them.
Yeah, card's bonkers.
So on the turn that you force your opponent down to 4 cards, and they have a full board. Oh my god, this against Ezel.
It dominates up to the number of face-up cards.
That's fine.
But yeah, they're playing it. We have SPs on the way. Don't worry. This deck will stay fully bling. But yeah, this card I haven't used it yet. But you do get to choose, units. Give them 4K. They all get to attack. I mean, you can do it like if you go into your turn, they have 4 cards in hand. They're at 5 damage. You literally drop him, choose like 5 units, and make them all attack.
Yep.
You get wrecked by oh well, it happens.
We have the 1 copy of Call Stuff from your opponent's G-Zone.
The card's really good, although we've never used it. It's good in the Ghidorah matchup because it doesn't make you call the cards because they don't call dominant. They call the cards from your opponent calls them, and then they can attack. So you get their skills.
1 copy of Attack My Opponent's Vanguard goes crazy.
Yeah, we had that cheesy interaction with that.
1 copy of Drachma, because that card wins games. Copy of Sabreeze for the anti matchups.
Yeah, it's fun.
We have 1 copy of the Super G Guardian still.
Yeah, we cut the GB8, so there's no reason to play 2 of that. You're not rushing.
1 copy of Rock Tome.
I like to draw.
2 copies of Dominate the opponent's rear guards.
We're not in a format of a bunch of resist units being in the back row. Plus, now all the back row grade 1s are 10k boost or 10k shields, so that makes that 10 times better.
And this fun, fancy little guy.
That is for if they have more than 6 cards, but hardly ever.
That wraps up our deck profile. Please check out our friends at tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter Uncle 40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your purchase. And well, guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out.
That's not all, card fighters. Please subscribe for more Cardfight Vanguard content. Please remember to check out Imcol40 for Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and please check out imcolgames.com, my store, along with No Limit Gaming, NLGTCG.com for all of your guys' trading card game needs as well. Until next time, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. Later.